and everyone else out there watching. Welcome to The Sting for the 1989-1990 school year. I'm Sarah Sloan here with Mike Gerhardt, and we'll be your host throughout the show. Well, we have had one exciting year on our hands, haven't we, Mike?
We sure have, Sarah. A school year filled with goals, triumphs, and championships. Well, this has been an eventful year, and we're going to show you some close-ups of sports, good times, and much, much more. So in a little while, we'll show you all these things, but right now, Sarah, I think you should introduce to everyone the teaching staff for the school year 1990.
We have at Newark one of the finest teaching staffs in the state of Delaware. And right now, we're going to introduce all these people to you. like to introduce to you a new section of the Sting. Have you ever been walking down the halls of Newark and seen something that you wish you had a picture of? Or you say to yourself, I'll never forget that.
All the time, Sarah.
Well, that's what this next section is all about. We like to call it Informal Newark. Just sit back and watch.
Hi, Mom. Isn't life wonderful?
I stand there and I stand on it. You have this brother. You just gotta tell you step into it. You know what?
Gotta do it like the Hubsy.
Pause for a second, Kenny.
Here, let me go.
Do some tricks.
Nah, man, thing's crazy, man. Get me off. Come on, Chuck, you playing, man?
Hi, Mom. Send money.
Fight? Come on.
Well, as everyone knows, Newark High continually puts out excellent athletic teams, such as the boys cross-country team took the championship, and the boys soccer team ended up with a 10-0-1 record. Now Sarah's going to tell you just how the teams did.
The girls cross-country team had a successful season this fall with 7-3 overall record, and their best performance was in the state meet, where they finished in 4th place. The team captains were Keena Dotlick and Stephanie Hudson. Second-year letter winners were Sarah Bryson, Keena Dotlick, Stephanie Hudson, Erin Judd, Jen McElveen, Stephanie Rischel, Adriana Schwent, and Meredith Tarpley. First-year letter winners were Becca Aronson, Kathy Chu, Natasha Colton, Eileen Dobbins, Kristen Franks, Deanna Harden, Stacy Hudson, Christina Penn, Sylvia Zepp, Marcy Tarpley, and Anna White. Team managers were Eileen Dobbins. The most dedicated was Sylvia Zepp, and the best new runner was Natasha Colton. The Team Spirit Award went to Deanna Harden, and Minnie Hudson received the Principal's Award. The cross-country coach was Harry Davies. The volleyball team had a successful season with the 4th place finish in the state tournament. The team's captains were Heidi Haslett, Amy Holland, and Stephanie Liedel, all seniors and second-year letter winners. Second-year letter winners were Heidi Haslett, Vicki Heron, Amy Holland, and Stephanie Liedel. First-year letter winners were Anna Barella, Carolyn Bacchius, Kimberly Burke, Tracy Davis, Tammy Godwin, Amy Shue, and Adrian Smucker. Team managers were Tracy Davis and Tammy Godwin. The Most Improved Player Award winner was Adrian Smucker. New Player Spirit Award winner was Amanda Clockers, and the Principal's Award went to Heidi Haslett. Adrian Smucker was honored by the News Journal as Athlete of the Week, and the volleyball coach this year was Miss Apicella.
The boys cross-country team had an outstanding season this fall with 10 wins, no losses, and no ties. The most successful season since 1971. They were fled a Newcastle County and Blue Hen Conference championship and finished second in Division I state championship. Coach Bob Ward was named Coach of the Year both of the county and of the state. All-state cross-country first team members included seniors John Brandon and junior Barry Pollock, who was the only underclassman on the state first team. Lee Brandon was named to the second team and Brian Connolly to the third team. Newark captains were second-year letter winners were Stephen Penn and John Williams. First-year letter winners were Chris Black, Russell Brill, Keith Davies, Stephen Gibbs, Namai Kent, Kevin Meckley, Barry Pollock, and Chad Bryce. Most Valuable Player Award winner was Barry Pollock. Best New Runner was Kevin Meckley, and the Team Spirit Award went to Brian Connolly. John Brandon and Lee Brandon received the Principal's Award. The soccer team completed the best season in its history with a 10-0-1 record. The team made it to the final of the state championship and was ranked number 2 in the state by the Wilmington News Journal. All-state soccer first team members included Newark's Chris Ross and Eric Vogt. Miles Dean made the all-state second team, and all-state third team included Steve Smith. Newark's players selected for the Blue Hen Conference first team were Chris Ross and Eric Vogt, second team Miles Dean and Steve Smith, and third team Doug Rice. The team's captains were Eric Vogt and Greg Arwan, who were also 4-year letter winners. Third-year letter winners were Dan Watson, Miles Dean, Doug Rice, and Chris Ross. Second-year letter winners were Mike Hutton, Keith Kiamanicott, Craig Clockers, Andy Lipstone, Dennis Patrick, Ken Raffel, and Steve Smith. First-year lettermen were Jason Vogt, Pat Young, Matt Bennon, Gavin Garrison, Charles Hurt, Kevin McCullough, and Kevin Monahan. Team managers were Rebecca High, Laurie Massey, Danita Patrick, Samia Serif, and Anna Wojciechowski. The most valuable player for defense was Steve Smith. Most valuable player for offense was Miles Dean, and the most improved player was Pat Young. Eric Vogt received the Principal's Award and the Carey Belt Award, which is determined by the team for outstanding leadership and sportsmanship. The varsity soccer coach is Mr. Mitchell. Congratulations to all these fine athletes and their coaches. The football team went through some ups and downs this year en route to a 5-4-1 season. Captains Rob Callahan, Neil Boyle, and B.J. Mahoney led the Jackets during the season. Callahan and juniors B.J. Bias and Mike Gerhardt suffered injuries which affected the team's play. Callahan, Boyle, Mahoney, Gerhardt, and seniors Blair Sokol and Dave Lutz all received recognition in the conference in their respective position. More dark to the air.
Now we're going to introduce to you a section called Special Events. This section covers Pep Fests, guest speakers, and different events that have taken place throughout the school year.
And now I'd like to announce the freshmen. Jillian Brown.
Beautiful shirts that the freshman soccer players wanted to wear.
We have a lot of good young talent over there that it's going to only get better as the season goes on. These are the men that we're counting on tonight. It should be a great atmosphere. It's going to be a great game. They're number 3 in the state.
Oh, there we go.
There it goes.
Come on, Stu, you're cheating.
I said I wanted to be on 2 committees, one called Banking, Finance, and Urban Affairs, the housing subcommittee there. The other committee I wanted to be on is something called Merchant Marine and Fisheries, which this guy thought was a strange name for a committee, but it's a committee that gets into ocean issues, beaches, wetlands, rivers, bays, Port of Wilmington, fish and wildlife. They're a nice little committee, and that's really what it is, a little committee. We can serve on one big committee and one not so big committee. The ones I asked to serve on were banking, finance and urban affairs, and another one called merchant marine fisheries. And I ran for election, if you will, before the Committee on Committees, and I won those 2 seats. Other people wanted other committees for different reasons. That's what I wanted.
The past participles up. Like what tense in English? What tense does it come closest to?
That's what happened.
Made, right? Gesagt, said, gemeint, meant or thought, and gewandert, piped, yes, okay.
Whereas the undefeated champion girls swim team under the guidance of Coach Chris Collier and his assistant coach and sister Beth Collier collected their 2nd consecutive state championship and 2nd consecutive Blue Hen Conference championship and amassed a dual meet record of 13-0, adding to their 2-year record of 26-0. And whereas the championship team set the following state records: 50-meter freestyle and 100-meter freestyle, Danica Rudy; 200-meter individual medley and 100-meter backstroke, Melissa Dalrymple. Where are you, ladies? Put your hands up. Who are those? They're not here? And freestyle relay, Danica Rudy, Susan Craig, Debbie King, and Catherine Cronin. Are some of them here? Well, they're hiding. And whereas senior Jennifer McElvain was named first team All-State for a 3rd time, junior Danica Rudy and sophomore Melissa Dalrymple were named first team All-State for a 2nd time, and freshman diver Amanda Clockers was named first team All-State, while Susan Craig, Debbie King, and Catherine Cronin were named as 2nd team All-Staters. And whereas the contributions of the other members of the swim team were very important in leading Newark High to its 2nd consecutive undefeated season, and whereas the rewards which came with physical fitness, exercise, and the exhilaration of healthy competition enrich athletes such as these with the admirable qualities of camaraderie, discipline, determination, self-confidence, and teamwork, and whereas these attributes which brought you to the state championships will surely serve you well in your future endeavors, now therefore we, Michael N. Castle Governor and Daley Wolf, Lieutenant Governor of the State of Delaware, do hereby offer this statement in recognition of the Newark High School Girls State Championship Swim Team, and urge all Delawareans to join with us in congratulating and honoring these fine young athletes. And the Lieutenant Governor signed it. It has a seal of the State of Delaware, and I will add my name to it now. Coach Collier, where'd you get to? Over here. Can we present this to you? And our heartiest congratulations. A job well done with some great young ladies who did a great job too. We thank you. And here's a pen for you that even writes, believe it or not. Whereas under the tutelage of Coach Jim Duty and assistant coach A. Lee Butch Simpson, the 1990 state champion boys basketball team and Blue Hen Flight A Conference champion amassed a winning record of 21-9. And whereas during their 4 years at Newark High School, the class of 1990 competed in the Final Four each year and in the championship game 3 times, winning twice. And whereas Devin Chambers was named the first team All-State and Co-Player of the Year and is the 2nd all-time leading scorer in Newark High School history with 1,392 points. And whereas Anthony Sutherland was named the 3rd team All-State and is the 3rd all-time leading scorer and played an incredible 98 varsity games. And whereas Shannon McCants is the all-time leader in assists with 341 and was named honorable mention All-State. And whereas the championship team was led by senior teammates Blair Sokol and Robert Jenkins and gained through the contributions of the junior, sophomore, and freshman players. And whereas the rewards which come with physical fitness, exercise, and the exhilaration of healthy competition enrich athletes such as these with the admirable qualities of camaraderie, discipline, determination, self-confidence, and teamwork. And whereas these attributes which brought you to the state championships will surely serve you well in your future endeavors and hopefully give you the opportunity to compete in the NCAA Final Four someday. Now, therefore, we, Michael N. Castle Governor and Daley Wolf, Lieutenant Governor of the State of Delaware, do hereby offer this statement in recognition of the Newark High School boys State Championship basketball team and urge all Delawareans to join with us in congratulating and honoring these fine young athletes. And I will sign this as well. Coach. We congratulate you for a job extraordinarily well done. Congratulations.
You guys can meet over time.
Now it's time to show you our winter sports teams. As with fall sports, our winter teams were excellent. The boys basketball team triumphantly took the championship and the girls swimming team did the same. The boys varsity basketball team won the Delaware State Championship this year. Team captains were B.J. Bias, Jamel Brooks, Devin Chambers, and Keith Greenidge. Four-year lettermen were Devin Chambers, Shannon McCants, and Anthony Sutherland. Blair Sokol received his third-year letter. Second-year letter winners were Derek Jackson and B.J. Mahoney. And first-year letter winners were Michael Brady, Dorian Butcher, Tim Hanser, Ivan Holland, Robert Jenkins, and Shane Riley. Seniors Robert Jenkins and Blair Sokol won varsity letters and maintained a grade point average of 3.2 or greater. Shannon McCants received the Principal and Athletic Directors Award. Devin Chambers and Anthony Sutherland were selected to the Blue Hen Conference team, and Devin Chambers made the All-State team. Jim Duty is the boys varsity basketball coach, and congratulations to this excellent team and coach.
The girls varsity basketball team had an outstanding season, finishing with a 14-6 record. They were the only area girls team to advance to the quarterfinals. The team captains were Marie Roundtree, a 4-year letter winner, and Christy Ward, who received her third-year letter and maintained better than a 3.2 grade point average. Second-year letter winners were Kimberly Burke and Christine Goldschneider. First-year letter winners were Carolyn Bacchius, Claire Carrio, Maureen Donovan, Stephanie Hudson, Ann Neves, Kristen Pica, Maria St. John, Keisha Westry, Teresa Fairley, Tammy Ferguson, and Jennifer Lewis. Christine Goldschneider, Carolyn Bacchius, Kimberly Burke, and Kristen Pica received athletic letters and maintained better than a 3.2 grade point average. Christine Goldschneider received the Principal and Athletic Directors Award. Kimberly Burke, Marie Roundtree, and Christy Ward were selected to the Blue Hen Conference team, and Marie Roundtree was selected to the All-State team. John Holland is the girls varsity basketball coach. Congratulations to this fine team and coach.
The boys winter track team captain this year was Glenn Jars. Third-year letter winners were Stephen Gibbs, Glenn Jars, Jermaine Jones, and Nehemiah Kent. John Brandon received his second-year letter. First-year lettermen were Lee Brandon, Dave Duke, Forrest Frantone, Sean Crane, and Barry Pollock. Dave Duke, Forrest Frantone, Barry Pollock, Nehemiah Kent, and Stephen Gibbs received athletic letters and maintained better than a 3.2 grade point average. Stephen Gibbs received the Principal and Athletic Directors Award, and Mr. Frank Smith is the boys winter track team coach.
The girls winter track team captain was Tanya Fussell. Second-year letter winners were Danielle Greenidge, Gianna Harden, Laura McDowell, and Christina Penn. First-year letter winners were Tanya Fussell, Anissa Jones, Brenda Gibbs, and Tamika Jones. Tamika Jones and Danielle Greenidge received athletic letters and maintained better than a 3.2 grade point average. Tanya Fussell received the Principal and Athletic Directors Award and was selected to the All-State team. Mr. Frank Smith is the girls winter track team coach.
The varsity wrestling team had a successful season this year. The team captains were Fred Borchert, Brian Conley, and Michael Kokopy. Third-year letter winners were First-year lettermen were Greg Astimus, Tim Bitter, Bob Hart, Ken Jones, Spencer Melby, Russell Meredith, Craig Miller, Dennis Patrick, Steve Penn, and John Williams. Craig Miller, Ellie Vaneski, Greg Asmus, Bob Hart, Spencer Melby, and Dennis Patrick received athletic letters and maintained better than 3.2 GPA. Craig Miller received the Principal and Athletic Director's Award. Team managers were Keena Dautlick, Carolyn John, and April Milstead. Mr. Milstead is the varsity wrestling team coach.
All right, again. Swimmers, take your mark. Take your mark.
Well, now we're back to see some more informal Newark.
Now, holy, now, holy.
I got you. I got you. They want me to come back. And me back down.
Come on, go. Move like a cow. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You never know, girl, how much I love you. So take my sunshine away. Will you marry me?
Yes, true.
You're hot. How's that feel, Casto?
Feels good.
Lighter. Why don't you keep your hair like that forever, man? All right, get up, Casto. Let me see the front. Get up and turn around.
Yeah,
Yeah, Casto.
Do you want your physical by any chance?
Come in here.
You realize how stupid I really feel doing this.
As I pick up my pen and begin again, the silky smooth rap start going on end. And as I open up the drawer, the thing I'm looking for are the unfinished rhymes that I started before. My rhymes kick like the beat that I wrote them with. Say them over and over in your head in the rain, they'll stick. I stay like this. I gotta get the finish to that.
Now let me ride off into the west as a hero. No blue on here, is there? I'm gonna get a hemorrhoid.
Now you gotta put your feet in the holsters.
I can't get them in there.
Well, as everyone at Newark knows, we have some exciting and interesting groups and clubs that the students can take part in. So right now, we're going to tell you about some of them. The AFS met every Wednesday, as always, and heard student speakers on a variety of subjects. For instance, Egypt, China, Argentina, England, and Scotland, among others. At the end of the year, a planned picnic fell through, only to be rescheduled next year, but the club traveled to Washington, D.C. for a good day at the museums and the zoo in May.
Discovery students moved 15 pickup loads of mulch from the track to the main entrance of the building. They swept the halls, cleaned the parking lots, and trimmed the trees and shrubs. Several students were involved in repairing seats and removal of 2 rows of seats in the auditorium when the stage was expanded. Discovery also removed the debris created when the stage was constructed. They cut grass and repaired several pieces of school maintenance equipment.
The Honor Society sponsored the Blood Bank of Delaware Drive at Newark High School again this year. Individual members, meanwhile, contributed a minimum of 20 hours apiece to service activities in hospitals, retirement homes, orphanages, neighborhoods, and to a variety of other special projects in this area. The officers, who consist of Tara Schooley, Jen Johnson, Scott Hirsch, Joel Rudnick, Derek Johnson, and John Stritzinger, did a wonderful job of organizing the junior class candidates and designing and conducting this induction ceremony on May 23rd. Also in May, most of the 40 senior members went to Washington, D.C. for a fun-filled day of museums and for some caged beasts.
In the greenhouses, it's not just an agricultural class or the FFA. It's all mixed together in one. In the beginning of the year, they clean the greenhouses and they welcome the new freshmen into the FFA. Around Christmas, they have the poinsettia sale to pay for the field trips. After Christmas vacation, they go to the Harrisburg Farm Show. Now comes the time for the FFA officers to go to the state convention. Then they get the team together and study hard for the floral arranging contest. They start cleaning up the plants and make them look as good as possible for the spring sale. They get all of the plants sold and use it to buy the plants for the next year. A few dedicated FFA members give up part of their summer to be in the vegetable contest, work at the barnyard, and put in entries such as...
The 1990 student government was headed by President Amy Holland, Vice President Heidi Haslett, Secretary Chip McNutt, and Treasurer Ellie Vaneski. They also had a lot of help from Stephanie Liedl, Leo Renzetti, Anissa Hedry, and Spencer Melby. Much thanks and gratitude must also go to Mr. Wayne Hill, the SGA advisor. He definitely was responsible for putting a spark in the group as well as entertaining them. They had a strong start this year with a great homecoming weekend and planned on ending with an SGA picnic.
Newark High School's French Club had a great year. Membership doubled to about 50 members. In addition to the usual treasure hunt and game shows, they viewed Canadian TV via satellite. They had a special musical performance put on by the French back-to-back students celebrating 100 years of French song and dance, and they put on a pizza party for the French high school students visiting Newark High. As always, the foreign language holiday party was a smash. The officers this year were Scott Hirsch, president, Paul Agnella, vice president, Jen Lee, treasurer, and Maya Setherman, secretary.
The following groups are structured and advised by the Human Relations Specialist at Newark High School. First, we have the Student Advisory Committee, which plans and provides leadership and activities which demonstrate positive school spirit and racial and ethnic harmony. For example, the talent show, cultural trips, and international smorgasbord. Peer Council, which is students trained to assist themselves, family, and peers to resolve crises. Training includes skill of prevention of drug and alcohol abuse.
Strive students are trained to visit certain classes to assist students in developing problem-solving techniques through the medium of sociodrama. Next, we have Females in Transition. Targeted students are taught to deal with their personal and group conflicts in a sane and rational way. In Project Aware, targeted students are taught to recognize and effectively deal with problems which cause step-by-step self-destruction.
Next, we have Mentors and Tutors. These are students trained to provide tutoring and personal crisis assistance to targeted elementary students. And now we have SADS, which is Students Against Drunk Drivers. This is an open committee which encourages all students to join their efforts against teenage drug.
Go every other weekend to Blue Mountain in the Poconos of Pennsylvania. This offers the opportunity for students who have never been on skis to take a learner's package, which includes all the necessities and the lesson. Blue Mountain is also a great place for those with experience to get out and practice their skills and take lessons to improve. The first major trip, and usually the most popular, is in January. They go to Mount Sutton in Canada for a 3-day weekend in the condos at the base of the mountain. The second trip is to Sugarbush and Stowe Mountains in Vermont. They usually stay in Burlington at a Howard Johnson's where they have access to hot tubs, saunas, and a pool. To wrap up the season in March, they go up to Smuggler's Notch, Vermont, and again stay in condos at the base of the mountain. Besides, the village has many other activities in which the students may participate, such as ice skating, volleyball, tennis, hot tubs, and saunas. The ski club is run by Mr. Franks.
The 1989-1990 Newark High School band started this year with new uniforms, a larger band, and their eye on Orlando. Newark performed in several competitions, one at Haverford, Pennsylvania, where Newark placed first, taking all captains over the Pennsbury and A.I. DuPont High School bands. Another highlight of the year was the concert piece Praise to the Lord, featuring antiphonal trumpets and an exciting and emotional performance at Evans High School in Orlando. The band's trip to the Great Southern Contest of Champions in Florida is where the band received all superior ratings in parade, field, concert, and jazz, plus 8 trophies. The orchestra also performed its first competition, getting an excellent rating. The best parts of that trip were Daytona Beach, Wet n Wild, SeaWorld, and Disney World. Newark returned as one of the top bands in the nation to a memorial parade where, again, Brian Cope and Tara Schooley placed as best drum majors with the first place for NHS. Thanks to Sharon Ross, who's a twirler captain, Scott Hirsch, the percussion leader, Emily Ridge and Jennifer Walters, silk captains, and Derek Johnson, who is the band president. During the 1989-1990 school year, WNHS successfully continued its live daily cablecast of the morning show To the School. During the past year, the show celebrated its 2nd anniversary and its 400th show. The morning show also continued remotes from places in 5 states in the area, including Philadelphia,
From the Philadelphia Zoo, right now in front of the giraffes.
Strasburg Railroad, New York City,
For Monday, December 16th, 1989.
Washington, D.C.,
From the National Air and Space Museum in Washington, D.C.
and Rehoboth Beach.
And this is the morning show for June 4th, for Monday, June 4th, 19.
Memorable shows include comedy features at a Phillies game, and at the Taj Mahal in Atlantic City.
Here we go. Via satellite to Sarah. Sarah, can you hear me?
Leo, is that you? I can hardly hear you. I'm down here at the Taj Mahal. It looks great. It's amazing. Come on down. The place is huge.
I'll be over there as soon as I can. Here I go now.
The Easter Seal Society is seeking volunteers to work the McDonald's LPGA golf tournament on June 8th, 9th. Leo! Hi, you're all right?
Yeah.
Here, you catch your breath. I got a few more announcements, okay?
Hi,
Catch
I'll be
your
right
breath.
here.
8th, 9th, and 10th. Volunteers will receive T-shirts, caps, free eats, and passes to the course. Whew, like lightning.
WNHS also provided video production services to student groups, athletic teams, the district, and the community. Among many awards given out at the annual WNHS picnic, Brian Jenkins won the prestigious WNHS Telly Award. The WNHS staff was General Manager Seth Hearn, Operations Manager Brian Jenkins, Chief Engineer Nate Derry, and Engineer Brian Recker. The WNHS also over WSTW 93.7 FM. The faculty advisor and instructor for WNHS is Mark Friedley. The boys baseball team swept the field with a championship, and the boys lacrosse team had a taste of making it to the championship. The boys baseball team ended up with a 17-4 record and a state championship. Led by captains Kurt Bedford and Rod Callahan, the Jackets won the states without winning the conference. Although there were no first-team All-Staters, there were 4 second-team All-State players. These players are Jason Brown, Shane Noonan, Chuck Bedford, and Mike Gerhardt. Congratulations to the boys baseball team.
Congratulations to the boys tennis team. Led by captains Dave Glynn and Eric Vogt, the boys tennis team finished their most successful season ever, with a 14-4 record, second place in the Blue Hen Conference and second place in the state championships. Single players, Dave Glynn, Claudia Correa, Ethan Scott, and Kenny Raffel blended very well with the two doubles teams of Eric Vogt with Derek Johnson and Scott Hirsch with Joe Wheeler. An eager group of sophomores are ready to move into the vacancies that will be left by the 5 graduated seniors. And now, here's some action-packed footage from our other spring sports.
She's like, save it till you get back. Oh my God, such an idiot. He's like, shit. Please let me get
In the boys 1600, which will be run later, there will be 2 sections. Boys 1600 will be run in 2 sections. I'd like to remind all the competitors on the infield, you should only be there if you are in the next race. If you are not, please remove yourself from the infield. Watch the track, though.
hanging out Friday night. Yeah, the crew is sitting there with the girls, that's my type. Something luscious, little funny, my time, but she was fine. Sweet on the coke, and the kiss, and I knew that she was mine. The two by LR2, still parked outside. I take the smoke away, hit the loop, but I gave up. I'm doing the wild thing. Here's your stuff. Go ahead, shortstop. Yeah, round of applause for shortstop. Fellas, you know what to do, huh? All right, we have a little surprise here that's unexpected. We have an award that we're giving for the first time to a lucky ticket holder tonight. And we just threw that ticket out a few minutes ago. And unbelievably, it happened to be President Rob Jenkins. And we pulled another one out too, because we have two of these prizes. And the other one was Becca Aronson. But one of these people is going to have to share their award. I guess I'm sorry, we had 3 tickets. All right, now, over to my left, we have 2 sets of keys to 2 Honda scooters. So we want these guys to go over there, get their tickets for Honda, get their keys to their Honda scooters right now. Great prize, unbelievable. Just kidding. You guys are all most gullible. Nice try.
Okay. That's not the best one. That's the one, just like that. Yeah. You did it. I did it.
Thank you.
Thank you. You're welcome. Our next couple, come right here.
And the first runner-up is Sarah Sloan. Okay, in our 1990 Tiffany Matthews.
Jet.
Yep.
You gonna do that? Thanks. Just turn it.
Watch out. It's real tight.
Oh, that's right.
Press down. No, we're not. Take it, take it, take it. Yeah. Cut it up. Take it over, buddy boy. Yeah!
Here he goes. He's getting ready. A 100 pole throw.
First, I would like to introduce our four valedictorians. Mr. Moreau and Mr. Ward, please come forward. Our four valedictorians have each accomplished a feat that I would like to have accomplished in high school. and that's maintaining a 4.0 cumulative grade point average throughout their 4 years here at Newark High. Robert S. Callahan. Scott M. Hurst. Tara N. Schooley. And Holly R. Wyatt. I've only been here a short 3 years, but each and every year I am continually amazed by the many accomplishments of our student body. Again, I want to thank the staff for their tremendous contribution to the program. I want to thank the parents for sharing your children with us. It's been a tremendous 4 years that your children have been here at Newark High School.
Once again, I must say that I am extremely proud to be the principal of the best high school, and seated before me, I will take Dr. Metz's advice, and I looked, and I see in front of me the best graduates from the best high school. And at this time, it gives me extreme pleasure to introduce the president of the senior class, Robert Allen Jenkins.
I would like to thank all the parents, teachers, and coaches for their support in helping the class of 1990 get the most out of their education. Without these key individuals, we would not have been able to be as successful as we have been the past 4 years. As a leader, one has the responsibility of being a role model. I've tried my best to demonstrate to the school and to the community that our class is one in which they can be proud. I'm sure that all of you have ambitions to be successful in life. Some of you are planning on going to college to continue your education, while some of you plan to enter the working world immediately. No matter what direction you take, there will always be important decisions to make. Hopefully the ones that you make will be the right ones. The class of 1990 has a lot to be proud of. We have managed to accomplish so many things the past 4 years. We have been winners in the classroom, in extracurricular activities, in athletics, and in the community. As a reminder of our past success, let me share with you some of our class's accomplishments. Academically, we have 4 valedictorians, along with 15 National Merit Scholars. 3 of our most prestigious students are Jennifer Johnson, who won the National Council of English Teachers Award, Kendall Hinman and Brian Mead, who are National Merit Monitors. The band has made numerous noteworthy appearances, which include a performance in Montreal, Canada, the Music Fest USA in Florida, the annual Philadelphia Thanksgiving Day Parade, and the New England Music Festival. Athletically, we managed to win 5 state championships. Boys basketball, 1987, 1990. Girls swimming, 1989 and 1990. And boys baseball, 1990. 13 Blood A division championships, and boys and girls cross country, football, volleyball, girls swimming, boys basketball, girls baseball. I've been told that life is a one-chance opportunity. You cannot rewind it and forward it like you do to a VCR tape. You have to make the best of every opportunity. You can always find a way to start over if you fail to reach a certain goal. The more times you spend starting over, the less time you have for trying to accomplish your goals. The moment you lose hope and confidence in yourself, the less motivated you'll become in trying to be successful. It's important to hold on to your dreams and to be positive about the things that you wish to accomplish. The right kind of attitude on whatever you do will carry you a long way. Even if you're tired of working hard, you cannot let that be an excuse for not being able to meet any goals. During my years in high school, I've come across many interesting quotes. One of the most memorable ones is by the poet Edward White. He said, "No one is beaten until he quits. No one is through until he stops. No matter how hard failure hits, no matter how often he drops, a fellow is not down until he lies in the dust and refuses to rise." Reading this quote gave me the incentive to think like a winner and not like a quitter. This class seems to have that unique quality, and that through 4 years of hard work, they have managed to compile an enormous amount of success stories. I do not know of any classes that can say they're well-rounded in so many different areas. The only class that comes to my mind is the class of 90. Each individual in the class is a winner, and it has been a wonderful 4 years. As you graduate, give to the world the best you have, and the best will come back to you. Thank you and good luck.
The class of 1990. Somewhat shy, reserved, and not quite ready to leave us. At this time, I would like to ask Mr. Moreau and Mr. Ward to please come forward to the podium so that we may commence with the giving out of the diplomas.
Well, to tell you the truth, I'd kind of like to have another year here at NHS. It's been a lot of fun. And, well, next year, I'll be attending the University of Delaware as a physical therapy major. And if college doesn't work out, I'm going to move to the mountains, become a mountain man, and possibly become a stunt man in the future. Work on my Hollywood career from there.
As for leaving Newark High School, you know, I don't really care because high school has no meaning for me, but I plan to go to Australia, get me some Crocodile Dundee boots and a boomerang.
I'm really going to miss like certain teachers here like Mr. Hart because he's just really warm and loving person. And but I'm really looking forward to a great career at Penco Tech as repairing air conditioning and refrigeration. They see you get to keep the tools as you learn each one. And you bring that to your next job, and it's just I'm really looking forward to it.
Well, I'm kind of sad about leaving Newark because you miss all your friends and the ones you care about. And my plans for after Newark is my boy Lil Will right here. We're gonna be going to jail for a few years, and then hopefully when we're done there, we'll have a good job at Burger King or McDonald's. And if that doesn't work out, transfer to Taco Bell. All right, that's about it.
Well, I'm gonna miss it, but most of all, I'm gonna miss you, Mrs. Brown. It can work, just the two of us. We can make it if we try, just the two of us, you and I.
Well, I do feel a little stressed, like I'm gonna be missing a lot of my friends who are going to other universities and everything. Get them out! I plan to go to the University of Delaware next year and become a chemical engineer.
Well, I feel really excited, but I'm also sad because I made a lot of good friends here, and I know I'm not going to have the same relationship with them, but I'm also excited because I want to go to college and everything, and I'm going to go to Delaware next year and major in accounting and probably minor in music.
I'm really excited about leaving. I'm glad I'm graduating. It's about time, and I'm going to go to Philadelphia Art School. It's a 2-year school. I'll be moving there in October, and I'm going to the beach for the summer.
I'm really excited to get out of here because I'm so tired of being here. And I'm going to the University of Delaware.
I'm glad to get out of here because it's been a long 4 years, and I plan on going to nursing school. I'm glad to get out of here, and I'm going to Delaware.
I don't know, I've had a lot of fun. I have some bad times, but most of the time, I don't know, I've enjoyed almost every minute I've been here. At least I'm finally graduating. This year was kind of hectic. I didn't know if I was going to. But I don't know, things worked out really well. And when I came here as a freshman, I didn't think I was going to have any fun at all. I think it was just going to be a big drag. But now things are looking up. College is next year. Got the beach this summer. I don't know, I'm going to be making a whole lot of money, and I'm going to be happy. Later on, I guess I'll be cooking, doing something I like, That's all there is to it.
I myself plan on going on to college and playing basketball and achieving the best I can achieve. And my friend right here, right here, we don't know what she's gonna do, but I hope it's the best. Thank you.
I feel kind of sad leaving all my friends behind and fellow younger students, but leaving Newark High, I feel kind of great though because it's something that I worked for my whole life. But in the future, I'm gonna be going to college, playing basketball. I'll be in Florida. I'm giving an interview. Going to college, playing basketball. Then one day, I'm management, business professional. I might come back and be rich and help y'all little kids out.
Well, I feel pretty sad about leaving Newark. Had a real good time here the last 4 years. And good luck with all the other students. And you can visit me at my beach house.
Well, I'm very sad because, we're the start of a new era and we'll all be leaving soon and I'm going to miss my friends. But I know that I'm going to be a very successful person and I plan on going to college for 4 years and then I plan on becoming a television broadcaster and soon, someday, you'll all see me on TV. That's it.
Well, I'm really sad that I'm leaving Newark High School, but I'm excited to get out right now and go to the beach. I'm living at the beach for the summer, and I'm really nervous about going to college. I really don't know what I'm going to do yet, but I'll miss all my friends at Newark.
Well, let me tell you, I feel absolutely great that I'm getting out of this school. I mean, I love the school and everything. The teachers are great, the people are great, and I'll miss, cutting class. Going to class and walking down the hallways and stuff, but, I really want to get out. 4 years is a long time to be someplace, and gotta make a change. And my plans for the future are I'm taking a year off and doing absolutely nothing Not a thing. I'm just gonna chill at the homestead. And that's all I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna do that.
Well, I feel kind of bad about leaving, but 4 years is kind of long enough. And I'm kind of excited about getting out. I think next year I plan to go to Brandywine and study telecommunications.
Well, I kind of feel bad leaving because I've been here for 4 years and I've made a lot of friends that are still going to be here after I'm gone, but I'm kind of happy because this dump is getting on my nerves and I'm tired of being here. And next year, I'll be going to Wilmington College studying communications. I don't know, try to make something of myself.
Well, I just arrived here in Newark. This is my first year and last year at Newark High. I've met a lot of people. I like it here. I guess you could say I'm gonna sort of miss leaving here. I'm gonna go to probably University of Delaware.
I feel great about leaving. I mean, I'm gonna miss everybody, but I'm happy I'm out of here and I'm ready to move on to new, better, greater things. And I'll be going into the U.S. Army in January.
Well, I feel kind of sad because I had fun here, more fun than work, but it's been really fun and really just probably going to college, and that's it.
I'm kind of sad about it, but I'm very glad to get away. And I'm going into nursing at the University of South Carolina.
I'm really sad and deeply hurt about leaving Newark High School because I'm leaving a lot of fond memories. And hopefully they'll be cherished by my little brother Chucky so he can live out the Bedford tradition in Newark High School.
I guess I'll miss Newark, but it'll be good to get into bigger and better things, I guess. And for next year, I'll be going to college at Ithaca in New York.
Well, Sarah, that was the 1989-1990 school year.
We'd like to thank you all for joining us. See you next year. Now we'd like to introduce to you a new section of the Sting. Have you ever walked down the halls of Newark and see something you only wish you had a picture of? Ben, or you ever said that you just messed up and you had to start over again? Now we'd like to introduce to you a new section of the Sting. Have you ever been walking down the halls of Newark and seen something that you wish you had a picture of, or say to yourself, I'll never forget that?
All the time, Sarah.
Well, that's what that this next.
this, and that.
That's another. Now we're going to introduce to you a call. Congratulations to the boys tennis team, led by the captains, Yeah, that's what I said, by the captains. Congratulations to the boys tennis team, led by captains Dave, Gwen, and Eric Boat. The boys tennis team finished their best and spit it out. The 1990 student government was headed by President Amy Holland, Vice President Heidi Haslett, Secretary Chip McNutt, and Treasurer Ellie Vineski. We also had I didn't change that one. Why didn't I change that one? Because now I just totally messed up. Give me that pen. The 1990 student government was headed by President They also had a lot of help from Stephanie Liedl, Anissa Hedry, and Leah Renzetti, and Schmand. They also had a lot of help from Stephanie Liedl, Anissa Hedry, Leah Renzetti, and Spencer Melby. The 1990 student government was headed by Amy Holland. The 1990 student government was headed by President Amy Holland, Vice President Heidi Haslett, Secretary Chip McNutt, and Treasurer Ellie Vineski. They also had a lot of help from Stephanie Liedl and that guy back there making all that noise. The 1999.
Newark High School band. Oh, here we go again. Well, Sarah, 1989.
He goes, well, Sarah, that was the 1989 school year.
I didn't say 1999.
You were about to.
I know.
I could tell.
Do it the way you did it the first time.